the Trump administration has been accused of a grave breach of constitutional rights, deporting United States citizens to the prisons of El Salvador. This alarming practice has sparked outrage and legal battles, raising questions about the very foundation of American citizenship. The Constitution guarantees fundamental rights to all United States citizens, including protection from arbitrary detention and deportation. The government's actions directly contradict these guarantees, casting a shadow over the administration's commitment to upholding the law. Families have been torn apart, with individuals finding themselves trapped in a foreign prison system despite holding American citizenship. The emotional toll on those affected is immeasurable, highlighting the human cost of these controversial policies. This crisis has thrown a spotlight on the fragility of citizenship when faced with an administration willing to disregard its fundamental principles. The actions of the Trump administration raise a critical question. Can the government strip away the rights of its citizens with impunity? This question lies at the heart of the growing unrest and legal challenges surrounding these deportations. In a significant legal victory for those wrongly deported, the Supreme Court ordered the Trump administration to facilitate their return. The court recognized the violation of their constitutional rights, demanding their immediate repatriation to the United States. This ruling was a beacon of hope, signaling that even in the face of executive power, the judiciary could act as a guardian of fundamental rights. However, the Trump administration's response was marked by defiance and a blatant disregard for the Supreme Court's authority. Despite the clear legal mandate, the administration has failed to comply fully with the court's order. This blatant disregard for the highest court in the land is deeply troubling, eroding the very foundation of the American legal system. The administration's actions raise serious concerns about the separation of powers and the rule of law. Is the executive branch above the law? The ongoing struggle to enforce the Supreme Court's ruling highlights a dangerous precedent, where the president can seemingly act with impunity, even in defiance of judicial orders. The Trump administration has offered no legitimate justification for the deportation of American citizens. The lack of transparency surrounding these actions has fueled speculation and mistrust. Critics argue that these deportations are politically motivated, targeting individuals based on their ethnicity or perceived political affiliations, rather than any credible evidence of wrongdoing. This lack of accountability further exacerbates the sense of injustice felt by those affected. The president's oath of office includes a solemn vow to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Yet his administration's actions stand in stark contrast to this pledge, leaving many to question his commitment to upholding the very principles he swore to protect. The lack of consequences for such blatant disregard for constitutional rights is alarming. The absence of accountability sets a dangerous precedent, potentially emboldening future administrations to disregard the rule of law. This crisis underscores the urgent need for robust checks and balances to prevent the executive branch from overstepping its boundaries and infringing upon the rights of citizens. The deportation of United States citizens has ignited a firestorm of controversy, sparking protests and widespread condemnation. People from all walks of life have taken to the streets, demanding justice for those unjustly deported and accountability from the Trump administration. The public outcry reflects a growing concern about the erosion of civil liberties and the future of American democracy. These protests are a testament to the enduring power of the people's voice in challenging injustice. They serve as a stark reminder that the government derives its power from the consent of the governed, and that this consent can be withdrawn when the government fails to uphold its end of the social contract. The fight for accountability is far from over. Legal battles continue, with organizations like the ACLU challenging the deportations in court. The outcome of these legal challenges will have far-reaching implications for the future of American citizenship and the balance of power in government. The nation watches and waits, hoping for a restoration of justice and a reaffirmation of the fundamental rights guaranteed to all American citizens.